Hello YouTube, it's me again, and today I've got yet another Get Ready With Me, but this time it's featuring all LA Colors cosmetics. I figured you guys were tired of listening to me talk about my e.l.f. tinted moisturizer and my Natural Collections concealer and all the stuff I've been using for Project Pan, so I'm taking a little break just for today to try out some of them are new to me and some of them I've used before, so I'll talk to you more about that as I use the products, but we're just going to get right into it. And we're going to start with the LA Colors Liquid Makeup. And I am, does it say? It does say. I am in the color Creamy Beige. And it's just a tiny little foundation. And I have used some of it already, if you can kind of tell. But it's got a nice little pump on it. And it does match me pretty okay. But if you can see that, yep, I'm going to go through this really quickly once I start using it. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but we'll find out. Do a little more dotting here because I got more product on my hand. I guess I didn't really need 2 pumps, but anyway, I'm going to grab my mirror and start blending out with my fingers as I normally do. I've only used this once before, and that was just to try it out and make sure it was a good color match for me. I haven't really paid attention to how well it blends in because I watched somebody else use this foundation and they said they had some trouble with it. Oh, and I'm sorry if I keep sniffing. I'm still got a little bit of a cold, or some last remnants of a cold. But I don't think it does too badly. I don't know, what do you guys think? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to drop my mirror and blow my nose, apparently. Be right back. Okay. One of the new things we are going to try is an LA Colors concealer. And this is in the shade Nude. Now, I have heard of people having trouble finding this in their Dollar Trees, which is where I get most of my LA Colors makeup. And this one, I did look at the Creamy Beige one, which is the same as the foundation I have. But this one, I don't know. You guys tell? Maybe it's a little darker. I don't know. It just looked a lot lighter than the other ones that were sitting there. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, it's got a nice little doe foot applicator. I'm going to pick up my mirror and we're going to put this on my under eyes. So far the color doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's not a brightening color for me by any means. But it seems to be doing the job and not blending away into nothing. I'm also going to put some on my eyelids. And we'll see how that works. Because I've got no problem using a concealer as a eyeshadow base. Or as kind of a primer. If this works out well, I might have found my new under eye primer. Or, not primer, concealer even. This isn't doing too bad for my under eye circles. Okay. Alright. Now that we've got that done, I have got the LA Colors Pressed Powder Compact. And this is in yet a different color. Oop. Yeah, see that? This is in the color beige. And again, this one looked lighter than the creamy, natural, nude colors. Oh, and there's the little... I don't know, it feels kind of like styrofoam. That's kind of weird. I don't know if I'll use that or not. But it comes packaged quite well. So, I don't know, what do we think? Might do the job. I don't think I'm going to use the poof, though. I'm going to leave that in the compact. I'm just going to use my e.l.f. powder brush. And heck, why not? We'll use the mirror and see how well this does. Ooh, it's quite powdery. I'm not sure how I like that. Don't know if that means I'll go through it quicker, or what exactly that means. But it's not making me any darker, which is good. Really need to get some on my nose, though. Okay, I'm going to find a smaller brush here. I'll probably use my highlighter brush here because I don't have a highlighter with this today. And we'll pick up some of this stuff that is collected. I don't know, can you guys see how powdery it is? I don't know if you can or not. And just make sure to get some on my under eyes here. Okay. Anyway, so that's not too bad. For $1. Oh, is it gonna close? Okay, it does after a fashion. It's pretty cheap packaging. It's the really flimsy plastic, but for $1, it's not too bad. And it's got the name on the back too. So, all right. Can't say much for the packaging, but the product itself so far is pretty good. Okay. Okay. And one more new thing is blush. And I picked up, it's just in the color pink blush. They had a whole range of them at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree. And while I was looking through them all, I kept thinking to myself, it would be so easy to collect all of these. Because they had a berry plum one, there was a peach one, there was a, they do have a bronzer, but they also had sort of a bronzy colored blush as well. Okay, well, this comes with a little dinky little brush, which I'm not going to use because I found my new favorites, which is the e.l.f. small stipple brush. So we're going to sweep that through here. And this is a little powdery, but it's not as bad as the powder was. So we'll see what this does for me. Well, it's definitely pink. It's just, so far, it comes off pretty matte. And there's not any shimmer in here that I can tell. It's a little powdery, but it's not bad. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, now I really do not have an excuse to not go pick up the rest of them. I really do like that. It's not bad. For a buck, it's not bad. Okay. Alright, and I do have... Oh, goodness. I am so sorry. Okay. I do have a jumbo eye pencil from them, and this came from Family Dollar. But it's called Tropical Bliss. It's the purple one. Just like that. We're going to use this as our eyeshadow base. Just going to color on my eyelid. I don't think I've used this before. I've had it, but I don't know if I've used it. Yeah, I think I got most of it on my finger now. Alright. Well, we'll see how this one goes then. Alright. Well, I got stuff on my fingers and on my eyeballs. Alright. So the palette I'm going to use is the LA Colors 30 Color Eyeshadow Palette. And this is the Back to Basics version. They do have another one, which I'm not sure what that's called. Anyway. I don't plan on using this guy. And then they do all kind of, they have like, they have it divided up into quints. But I don't think I'm going to be that fancy. I think I'm just going to pick a couple shades and go with it. Let's see here. Which shades do I want to go for? Okay, I think I've got it figured out. I hope. Well, maybe. This is really hard to decide, guys. I should have looked at this earlier. Okay, maybe I'll edit this part out. We'll see. Oh heck, I'm just gonna pick one of the purple colors. And I think I've only swatched this palette as well. But it's not doing too bad here. I'll set that down, pick up my mirror, and see what we end up with here. I think most of these shades are pretty frosty, if I'd had to guess. Well, they're kind of pretty though. And they're going on well. Okay, so I've got a color on my eyelid. Want to throw one in my crease? Yeah, we'll throw one in my crease. Well, let's use this one next to it. Well, here, I suppose I should show you which ones I'm actually using. I put this one here on my eyelid. I'm going to throw, where is it? This one here in my crease. Ooh, that turned out pretty. I'm not even sure what to call this color. It's kind of a weird purple color. But I like it. Okay, now we should do some highlighting. Oh, well. Well, for highlighting and stuff, I like more natural colors. We're going to go with this kind of beigey one here. I've already got some on my brush. And I'm not really having too many problems with the powder. With it being powdery, like the face powder was. Get a little more. Oh, that might have been a little too much for my brow bone. I generally prefer matte ones, but this is what I got. Well, maybe the other one looks a little bit more matte, more like, he's not as frosty as this guy is. Goodness. Okay. Well, we're done now for the minute. I might do some something under my lash line, but I've got just an eyeliner, brow pencil. It doesn't even have a shade color on it, but it's obviously black. We're going to try to line my upper lash line. I'm not going to try and be fancy and do a wing or anything. I'm just going to line it closest to my lash line as I can get. Oh goodness, here's the part where I really wish I had another hand. It's not hard though, it's pretty creamy. I've had this for a little while. Alright, we're going to throw some underneath the waterline here. Yeah, in the eyebrows, eyelashes area. Staying in the lash line as much as possible. I think I am going to set the thing. I do have a black in this palette, so we'll try that. Maybe if I can find a really dark purple or burgundy maybe. Connect it up a little bit. Well, I'm rather surprised that the eyeliner's so good. I'm gonna grab my eyeliner brush, wherever it's gone to. There it is. And there's a black in here, but this is already pretty dark. So I think I'm just gonna grab this burgundy here in the corner. This one here. And we'll see if we can do a little something with the bottom lash line. We'll see how this goes. I'm just lightening it up a little bit. Still pretty dark. Eyeshadow all over. Well, not all over. It's mostly on me. I did give it a bit of a red tint. You'll see? Close my eyes, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of liking it. Okay, so we'll do some mascara since we're still on the eyes. Here, let's close up my eyeshadow palette so I don't throw that everywhere. Alright, and this is just this is one you guys have probably heard me talk about before anyway. But you're going to use my LA Colors Lash Mascara Lash Building formula. This is the one I generally use for my bottom lash line, but it works okay for my top lashes too. I will be so happy when this cold is over and my sinuses have stopped draining. No, I certainly do know how to make dark eye looks, don't I? That's alright, I like color in my eyes. I know a lot of people like those neutral makeup looks. When I do looks just for me, like this, I want to do something with a little bit of color in it. I mostly gravitate to purples and greens, but I don't know, some of the pinks in this palette look kind of cool too. Okay, so we're done with the eyes now. I'll come up for another closer look. Okay, well, I know it looks kind of weird on one of these. It looks like my eyeliner is up on my eyelid further than it is. But it's not, I promise. Oh, and I promise I will stop sniffing. Okay. Last thing is the lips. And I just have an LA Colors lipstick. It doesn't say anything else on it. It just says, can you guys see? Here. It just says LA Colors lipstick. And it is in the color Nectarine. So it is a very orange color. Oh goodness, sorry. And there's a whole range of these lipsticks at the Dollar Tree too. Sorbet is one I see a lot. There's a plum color. I was almost gonna wait until I could find pick up some of the auto liners that they've got there. So there was 3 of those sitting there. Navy, black, and brown black. But I was just happy enough to find the concealer. Oh, and another thing, that people seem to like with LA Colors is the liquid eyeliner. But I've got enough liquid eyeliners at the minute that I need to be using before I buy another one anyway. But anyway, now that I've got the lipstick on, pull my hair out. I've got it clipped back a little bit today. But anyway, there we go. I have worn the lipstick. No, I've swatched it, or whatever, swatched it on my lips before. But I haven't really worn it yet. I quite like it. What do you guys think? Should I be doing more tutorials with LA Colors? Because I could go find different blushes and different lipsticks. And I've got plenty of eyeshadows to play with. Not only do I have this, I've got a few of the trios. I've got a loose pigment and a 12 shade eyeshadow palette and some of their 6 eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, I could definitely do more looks with LA Colors if you guys want to see that. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!